Hey guys, this is your main man Mike from EAKCrewProductions, and today we're going to go over my rank 5 Exceed deck. Now you've seen me do a couple of duels with this deck before, and I have actually changed it quite a bit, so it's not the same, but let's get into it, and it is new format, so let's check it out. Alright, so we got two Cyber Dragons. Cyber Dragon is that easy 5-star summon that we can then lay down our Gaga Magicians with. So we got Gaga Magician in here because he can change his level all around. So we can go into 4s and we can go into 5s with him, which is really great because it lets us be a little more toolboxy so that we can get what we need. We run one Ghost Ship. I like it because it's light and because it's an easy 5-star summon, and there can be monsters on the field and special summon it still. We have 3 Heretic Dragon of a set. We run this one because it's that normal summon 5-star light that we need. Yeah, light isn't super important, but I like that I've been able to put so many light in, and you'll know why when we go to the extra deck. Then I run 3 Solar Wind Jammer. Thank you to Desmond, the person who top forward with card crews at YCS Miami. This is a great card for this deck because it's pretty much like having 3 extra Cyber Dragons. So very good. Only they don't even need to have them. They don't even need to have a monster for this one to go off, which is phenomenal. Then of course 3-star Drawing. This is the card that allows this deck to really work, because if I wasn't getting that draw off of the summon, the special summon of my Exceeds, this deck wouldn't be quite worth it, because you'd be going -1 for a monster, and your monster would have to get pluses for you, or it would be completely useless, you know. But she's good because she allows you for the 4s and the 5s. So teamed up with the Gaga Magician, you just get to decide which one you want to do. We have 1 Dark Hole, of course the Heavy Storm and the Reborn, but 3 Forbidden Lance. That's important because you need your monsters to survive, but it's also important because of the cards that we go into that are Exceeds. 3 Instant Fusion, just another one of those cards that allow you to go super easy into your plays. We run 3 even though we only run 2 fusions because you're never going to use 3. Really great because you can have a Gaga and a fusion, or you can, if you have those no monsters, you can go Cyber into that, you know. It's not like 2 Cyber Dragons conflicting with each other, and that's what's great about it. 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. Back row hurts a little bit, like if you get Warning, but Warning's at 1 now and SJ's at 1, so it's not that bad. Of course you can get bottomless, but that's why we run the 3 Lance. 2 Pot of Duality, just because you're not special summoning every single turn, you're actually sitting on your Exceeds for a while, slow playing those pluses while, you know, trying to draw into your other Exceed play. And so the Pot of Duality allows for consistency. 2 Bottomless Trap Hole. This deck has 12 traps. I like heavy trap lineups. Pretty much count Forbidden Lance's traps too. So really we're looking at like 15 traps. 2 Bottomless Trap Hole. 2 Call of the Haunted. I really like this card because it allows me to get my star drawing back, which allows me to go into 4 and 5s again later, and it also allows me to get that draw from the Exceed again, which is one of the main reasons why I even will play this deck at all, is because I can get the draw from her. 2 Dimensional Prison, protect your monsters. 2 Fiendish Chain, you don't want any tour guides dropping, anything dropping, no panty dropping, we're just stopping. 2 Mirror Force, card's great. A lot of kids, they go, oh, if you open 2 Mirror Force and they run into 1, they go, okay, no way he has 2 Mirror Forces. They go balls to the walls and you flip it again and they're just like, no! So, very good. Solemn Warning, stop, and Torrential Tribute. I kind of want to run it at 2, but because it goes really good with Tiras, which is one of the main Exceeds. But I run it at 1. You could probably find a place with 2. I mean, you could take out 1 Instant Fusion, but I like Instant Fusion at 3 because you'll probably never draw 3, and having it at 3 means you will draw at least 1. Okay, and now onto the extra deck. 2 Ojama Knight, and I use Ojama Knight over the Alligator for the simple fact that Ojama Knight is a light, and that allows me to. You'll see, but it's the fact that he's a light. 2 Armageddon, Adrius. Adrius is a very good card. Just pop one and get that attack direct. Win the game that way. Here's the guy, Constellar Pleiades, or whatever his name is. You only need 2 level 5 lights. So I try to make as many of these guys light as possible. That way it allows me to go into this guy. But I only run one of him because I can't always go into him. But I try to make it as possible because he's just a really good plus card. Oh, you have an Exceed that I can't really get rid of, that is troublesome. Like, maybe I don't have the Mirror Force or the Deep Prison, and I grab the Bottomless the turn after you summon, so I can't Bottomless it, the warning. So go into this guy and just go bounce to your hand. Sorry, man. And he just makes it so easy to get direct attacks through, because if you get them off and they didn't have a monster, you attack direct, their turn, they're going to play a monster, you just bounce it. And then on your turn, bounce their back row and then attack direct. So, very good card, and the reason why I tried to fit so many of these guys being light. Worked out fantastic. Probably shouldn't be in here anymore, but really it's for the off chance that you have 2 Gagagas on the field. Like, just because, like, if somebody does get Bottomless, maybe 2 Gagagas can bring back an Estelle drawing, or a Star drawing, because I love it so much. Maystroke, solid 4-star. Number 12, Crimson Shadow Armor Ninja. I don't really ever go out into him, but he has a good effect, so, ninja monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effect, so it's good. This guy, number 33, Chronology. He's a very good card, too. He lets you go in. He lets you grab like Fire Fists and stuff like that and power him up. So it's kind of funny when you grab a Fire Fist or like just stuff like that. Let you beat over everything and become stronger. If somebody plays an equip card for some weird reason, you could do it too, I guess. I've only brought... I use this against Gravekeepers, too. I don't really ever make this guy, but I thought he was cool enough to run at 1 just for, like, the situation. But you beat over Fire Fist really easy with it. And, yeah, Gravekeepers, anything that has a field spell card that makes them stronger, like Dark World, they have Snow. You already beat the Snow up, but now you get plus 300, and the pluses stay forever, so, like... They're always going to be scared to summon a monster and not bounce in the Grapha, because if they leave it out on the field and you have your monster out, you can be like, copy. Utopia, he's solid 4. Veloc. So this guy wins games, man. One face-up monster, you target one face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy the target, and inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. This card cannot declare an attack during the turn, so it's kind of like a sorcerer, a chaos sorcerer, but it sends it to the grave and does damage. It's like a better Black Ship of Corn, I want to say. I mean, Black Ship of Corn can be clutch because you can remove a Battle Fader, which has 0 attack, and do 1,000 damage. But this one, like, there's no limit to the monster, and then so it's like, oh, you have Grapha, boom. Take 3,000 damage, or not, well, it's original attack, so take 2,700 damage, GG, but goes for game. He's kind of like my Gaga Cowboy, too. Photon Papilloperative, very solid 4, gets over the Spirit Reaper, 2-tier, let's go over this guy real quick. Wind Up Arsenal, Zinmeho. I don't really see myself going into him too often, but if, like, you know what the sets are, like, let's say you're playing Fire Fist and, like, you summoned something ridiculous already, so you, like, it's not a warning or a Bottomless, and then they have, like, maybe they were able to do damage to you or something like that, like, they destroyed your monster and did damage to you and set a Tenki face down, but they can't do it. So, next turn, if you can go Zenmahill, you can just pop that Bottomless, or pop the face down, whatever it is, and then pop the Tenki, and they don't get the search and shenanigans, and just pop your Zenmeho, and then you attack over their bear. Uh, and then 2, Tyrus, Keeper of Genesis. Probably the most clutch card in the entire game. It's the one I go into the most. Uh, I want to possibly run him at 3, and I would either remove like him, or him. Um, Probably more along these 2. But this guy is just so clutch, and he's one of the reasons why we run 3 Lance, because the only way he's getting destroyed, you know, while he has the materials on him, is if a monster that's bigger than him beats over him. And so like Lance is so plus, you guys, because first turn you create him, you probably beat over anything your opponent has. So you beat over it, you beat over whatever they have, and then you pop one of their back row. And then it's their, and you set Lance, it's their turn. They bring out something that's stronger than him, they attack into him, you Lance it, you beat their monster, Tyrus effect goes off at the end, you pop another card. Your turn, you attack, you pop another card. Like, he's just so plus. He's so plus. And he can't be destroyed. Like, you know, they have to dimensional prison him, and like that's another reason why you run the Lance. Boom. Actually, does deprison destroy? Let me see. No, banish. Yeah, so they have to dimensional prison him, and that's why you run the Forbidden Lance and just go, nope, nope, you know? Just so good. So good. Phoenix Chain hurts. But if you can Lance your Tyrus and get an attack through the same turn, then you just pop Phoenix Chain. So, good card. Good card. But that's the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.